Skin skull outright, now me kick off like rocket. You want try to stop it? Pick up a touch of box, put the brain like the boxer. Mommy darling.
So let me start off by saying a very special good afternoon to you, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. A very special good afternoon to those of you on our Facebook page. All you have to do is search us on Facebook. It's The Street 919 FM. Once you're inside, you need to click like on the video and share, right? We're going to send those numbers up today. I must inform you, Mr. X, that yesterday's show has been the largest viewership we have had since the balance started. Do you want me to tell you what yesterday's numbers are?
Tell me what yesterday's numbers look like.
Okay, so I'm going to go all the way back to yesterday's show and give you those numbers so you can announce it. Yeah? So we're going all the way back.
Right, to yesterday.
Right, to yesterday, and there we go. Tell me what you see.
Nice. So we're looking at 10,000 views, 104 shares, 245 comments. Good afternoon, Aisha. Good afternoon, Trinidad. Good afternoon, Tobago. And those are some mega numbers. And as
I don't
we
think
say
anybody in radio doing those numbers. Probably
No.
urban news.
Not here.
Probably urban stations. Maybe
No.
the youths that playing music. Not even them?
No, telling you no.
So then we are forced to be reckoned with. Is that
Yes,
what
of
you're
course.
saying?
I mean, pioneers, we set a certain trend and an example. So, and I think it's working well for good radio too. Balanced radio.
So I want to say good afternoon to those of you now locking on, wondering where's my video. I asked for it to be uploaded. So it is uploaded and it is packaged and it is here and you can get it. So what you need to do is go to our Facebook page and click like on the video and share. Let's cross those numbers today. Let's do more than 10,000 today. Let's do 20,000 views on this show.
Yeah.
As of tomorrow. Yeah, let's set a new high. So, Mr. X, what is making news to this hour?
Well, I was real caught up today. I know getting caught up with news, but I see that Tutor in Tobago, based on our newscast earlier, Tutor in Tobago having some issues with the promises by the THA to build the Scarborough Secondary School. Well, me personally, I feel like, sometimes we need to just be honest about certain things. They've been asking for the change for a while. Let's not, blight it, as they say, and look forward to it. Other than that,
I want to tell you before you go further, this particular tutor president is being seen as a mischief maker. I didn't say it.
No, but and you believe this piece of mischief come from the Tobago rep, eh?
I just saying I didn't say it.
Right.
I'm just telling you what they say.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you heard this before?
Rocking the boat, and shaking up the the landscape, as it were. But it's what's necessary. I'm sorry. I think if you have an issue with something, you should say something. Like I say, Martin Luther King said it. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Scarborough Secondary School has been clamoring for relocation, upgrade, repairs, and so much things for so long. As a matter of fact, last year, there was an electrical problem that almost burned down the school.
I heard about that.
Right. So Scarborough Secondary School needing to move is not an issue that's now. And the person in Tobago is saying, he hopes it's not just an election promise because they've been waiting and needing a new location for a long time. So.
What else is making news?
Well, today's a pretty-ish boring day, per se. Some basic stuff coming up in the news. The most exciting thing is the THA request at $4.71 billion is the request from the THA. In this particular time, one of the lowest requests we've seen in the last 5 years. So we look forward to see how that rolls out. But the big thing coming out of that is the tutor conversation and agriculture getting a big boost in terms
Somebody
of numbers.
from the agriculture ministry called me just now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just missed a call from them, and when I called back, I
It was the
realized
office?
it was them. So I'm not sure. What's the latest with the minister?
Well, the minister, he's doing a lot, but he has some other committees that he's focused on. Really,
He's been promising us
Agriculture.
an interview for
some time. We have to just coordinate it, and that's my
When I saw the
follow-up.
call from the ministry, I was like, I wonder if this is the minister.
Mm-hmm.
But I know maybe you would have been on top of it. So
Yeah,
I
we haven't chatted for the week, and we talk by WhatsApp.
okay.
So, but we haven't
So
spoken.
follow it up. I'm not sure if you may have had somebody
Mm-hmm.
from the ministry try to reach out. So let's do the courteous thing.
I'll do the thing and talk to Brent tomorrow. Also in the news too, condolences going out to PNM supporters, family members in Tobago, as well as Tobago as a whole. Neil Wilson, ex-PNM Tobago chairman, has died. You know, he's a real stalwart in Tobago, one of the key pioneers for development in Tobago and making things happen, and, you know, a PNM member. So our hearts and well wishes go out to the family of Mr. Wilson, which is the entire island of Tobago, as some people would see it. Very inspirational to many
I
business
saw it
people.
come up last night, but it was a hard blow for PNM all how yesterday
Yeah.
because their well-known Facebook blogger that goes by the name of Ed Reed also passed away. So, you
Oh.
know, he was a strong PNM activist on social media. I had many run-ins with him
Yeah.
with my transition from politics. And he was always a very, very astute opponent. So I know that Ed Reed, went with his boots on.
Yeah.
I want to send condolences to his family, to his friends. You know, may his soul rest in peace. It's only after I saw his bio hit social media, I realized he used to work at Besson Street Police Station
Okay.
in his younger years. And, you know, I grew up in that area. So maybe my parents or grandparents may have known him.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that I mean, condolences to the PNM family who, you know, have taken these losses. But like I always say, we don't mourn death, we celebrate life, especially a life that lived as long as he did and did, you know, many things that he did that were very admirable and, you know, noteworthy. So blessings to all the Tobago family locked on this afternoon.
Excellent. Let me say good afternoon to Melinda Allen. She is saying good afternoon to us via social media, and Hayden Roberts as well. So, guys, be sure to like the video, share the live. Camille Kuhn just joined us. Thank you so much, Camille. All right, so let me see. I had something to discuss today. I had a number of things to discuss today, to be honest with you.
Hi, Anel, and all of you locked on the live. Camille, good afternoon. But while you do that, let me just do a little quick housekeeping.
Please do.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that listen to this show on the radio, you know, good afternoon to you. But I want to specifically target and speak to the persons who listen to this program and view us live on Facebook. The Facebook page is a public platform, and for those of you who do not realize, there are laws in place in Trinidad and Tobago that address cyberbullying and other acts of defamation of character, defamatory comments, and of course, all of those derogatory remarks that people tend to make on social media, especially Facebook. Street 91.9 FM is a public radio station, an independent entity. And for those of you who have been deciding to express yourselves in less than favorable manner and being derogatory, defamatory, and in some cases racist, please be advised that your posts, your comments are going to be monitored, and we are taking steps to start to pass on that information to the relevant authorities so that legal action can be taken for anybody that decides to be defamatory, disrespectful, racist, or in any way try to practice cyberbullying. All right, I'm looking directly into the camera so you'll understand exactly how serious I am about it. We are a professional organization. As we continue to grow, we hope that our listeners, our followers grow with us in maturity and responsibility with discipline, tolerance, and production. All right, so please be so advised to take it
I
on.
don't even know why you worried about some of the detractors.
No, I just give them enough warning.
I have learned to phase them out. When you do look at it, most of them are fake profiles. So it could be one person with two phones playing the fool on the chat. It's usually persons who are a coward and afraid to share their views publicly, so they do it behind a fake profile. I personally don't pay them any mind. You see, if you get a little defamatory, then I will check you.
Yeah.
But if you want to play the monkey on social media whole day, the most important thing is that you're adding to the views that we get. So
yeah, we're comfortable with that. But once
keep
you
it
see you
up.
get to defamatory, degrading and racist comments and that kind of thing, things that are very real, just unacceptable, we will take action. I just saying that now, clearly, that is where we have to go, because we have to have a better appreciation for people and their opinions. All right? And we respect everyone's rights here to be able to say what they have to say, okay? So just please be guided accordingly, as they say.
yes, so let me update you guys on what's happening with the 2-year-old. The family is trying to get the funeral for Thursday morning, 10 a.m.
Right.
And they reached out to me this morning very early. I had to make a Facebook page 8 hours ago about it, and the post goes as follows. The family of little Anaya McLeod is kindly asking for assistance in getting T-shirts with the victims' faces on the front and back for the members of the family to wear to attend the funeral. They're looking for 50 T-shirts in total, and they're asking for public assistance in getting this done. We've also set up a PayPal account to those of you abroad who want to assist. You can inbox me on the Facebook. It's Aisha Wells, ISHAWELLS, Center, CENTRE. It's my business account. Inbox the page, and I will give you the PayPal information.
Excellent.
Burial clothes was needed, and I say was because social media assisted a lot today.
Okay.
So we got clothes not only for Anaya, but also her father to be buried in.
Excellent.
Thanks to my Facebook page. So again, I want to thank my sponsors. We still need T-shirts. We still need to organize the T-shirts and get that done. So if you're in a position to assist, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. Inbox me if you're abroad, and I will give you the PayPal information. So, of course, we can get it done. Yeah? So much else to discuss. When we return, I see the ads are coming up. I also see those of you on the line. So I'm torn between taking a call or reading some comments. So I'll read a few comments and see who's out there.
Yeah.
All right. So we said here, a well-known artist, Lisa O'Connor, died today. She was ailing with cancer. Originally from Jamaica, she lived here in Trinidad. Upon her death, she is married to a Trinidadian. She was one of the few fine artists who made it her duty to love to paint out in the open, especially her masterpiece signature scenes at the Magnificent 7 historic buildings around the Queen's Park Savannah. She was consistent and was one of the best Caribbean artists, one of the few artists that up to today still painted live on the spot. Wow. Thanks for sharing that with us. I want to say condolences to her family on her passing. I sincerely hope that God gives you strength to deal with it. It's never easy losing a loved one. And may her soul rest in eternal peace.
Amen.
Yeah? So thank you for sharing that information with us. All right, let me see who else is there. Haydam says, all right, yeah, thank you so much. Who else is there? Let me see.
Remember to share the live, people.
Yeah.
Share it up, share it up, share it up. We wanna keep
Marilyn
those
Duncan
numbers
says,
up.
good evening, Vern. Thank you so much for asking Dr. Rowley the question on Saturday for people who have to leave on Caribbean Airlines. You asked
Yes.
a question?
Yeah, because I wanted to know whether Caribbean Airlines would start back any economic activity for them to start to make some money, as well as to take people who want to leave, because Caribbean Airlines is not doing any other flights besides the domestic. But people can go to different territories that do allow landings and stuff like that. But Caribbean Airlines hasn't been taking up the opportunity to take people out. They are looking to resume some operations, as limited as it could be, because not every territory in the world has closed borders at the moment.
That's true.
And some you could apply for your exemptions just like we apply here, and Caribbean Airlines could then take them and head out.
Okay.
So even like those guys who went to Canada, they went on American Airlines, I think, or a Canada flight. It could have been a Caribbean Airlines flight that would earn them some cash.
Interesting.
You know, so they could do some
12
operations,
seconds. We're
but, you know.
definitely going to look at that when we return. Stay with us. It's The Balance. Aisha Wells, Mr. X.
hear talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Flamboyant is now back to serve you next to 3J Supermarket on Monroe Road, 2 minutes from the highway. Get your tasty roti with home-style curry crab and dumpling, bacon shark, and so much more. Call us at 223-5200. Flamboyant is open and ready to serve you.
Time. It waits for no one. Now is the time to transform our economy. Now is the time to get our nation back to work and create 50,000 sustainable jobs. This Thursday night, our economy is on the ballot live. The United National Congress virtual campaign live. This Thursday night, log on, tune in to the political leaders' plan to jumpstart the economy. This Thursday night, on the ballot live on this station, live, 7:30 p.m. Now is the time to create 50,000 sustainable jobs. Visit uncplan2020.com. Now is the time.
Join us as we prepare to get TNT working again.
This Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. The United National Congress virtual campaign live. Now is the time.
Are you looking for a home care aide for an elderly parent? Maybe you're looking for a nanny or babysitter for your children. Are you looking for a housekeeper or cleaner for your home or office? Then Helping Hands Home Care is the place for you. We provide a qualified home care aide, nannies, babysitters, housekeepers, and cleaners at reasonable prices. We work so you don't have to. Just send us your budget and schedule and we'll make it happen. Are you trained in home care? Do you have experience in caring for the elderly, disabled, or children? Or maybe you want to earn extra money cleaning homes and offices? Then be part of our team. We want you. Contact us today, WhatsApp or call 4838741 to sign up. We are Helping Hands Home Care. Helping Hands Home Care. The home is where the heart is.
Technology just went a step further with Global Galaxy app. The Global Galaxy app shows you where the hotspots are when looking for a good time. Looking for something new? This app is going to resolve all that for you. It allows you to see a live projection of the amount of people in a specific club, restaurant, hotel, boat ride, and more. Showing you menus, reviews, specials, and much more. Global Galaxy is worldwide and allows business owners to upload their content, videos, memes, and menus. Global Galaxy app is also a very good marketing strategy to allow more traffic in your establishment and is available free for both Android and iOS devices. So, any user that downloads this app sees all participating restaurants, hotels, boat rides, and wherever you would like to go. Business owners just have to log in at our website, www.globalgalaxy.com, and register on the website. And you would have an admin section where you would be able to manage the visual of those who would be using the app. As long as you install the app and check into a participating outlet, gives you a prompt to check in anonymously. So please don't be alarmed. You would not be informed of whom would be at the establishment. It just gives you a quantitative live feed so that you would know exactly where you would like to go and how many people are there. Download the app today. Global Galaxy app available for both Android and iOS devices.
Check the supermarket and buy a prepaid kit. Soon need to get help. Simply install yourself. Time for activation. WhatsApp with no hesitation. Get 15 days free and HBO for 50. Turn on DirecTV. Easy as Get your prepaid TV. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Turn on Direct TV. Easy as. Get your prepaid TV. It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3 to get Direct TV prepaid. Buy your kit in store. WhatsApp 390-3288. Visit directtvcaribbean.com to activate. Turn on No Drama TV with Direct TV.
Turn on Direct TV.
Wondering what's for lunch or dinner? Jenny's on the Boulevard has lots of specials for you from May 11th to May 23rd. Enjoy 10% discount for groups of 5 orders or more and pickup orders of $500 or more. 10% off with valid ID, police, army and other emergency services. 20% off all government ministry orders. 30% off desserts. Grab and go mini assorted desserts, $60. 30% off beers and fruit drinks. Free delivery on orders over $300. 10% discount for orders over $500. Free delivery plus 10% discount for orders over $1,000. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Takeout, curbside pickup, or delivery available. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Heal Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monrepos, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
All right, thank you for staying with us. Thank you so much for staying with us. Before we jump into what we want to discuss on our side notes, I just want you to know that the Black Lives Matter movement have been making a lot of demands worldwide.
Right.
And their latest demand is tear down the statues of Jesus that are white supremacy. Artists published yesterday in the Daily News says, Black Lives Matter activist Shaun King called Monday for the removal of statues, murals, and stained glass windows that depict Jesus as a white European, which he claimed are a form of white supremacy. Yes, I think the statues of the white European they claim is Jesus should also come down, said King, a former surrogate on the Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders' 2020 presidential campaign, wrote on Twitter, they are a form of white supremacy and it's always have been. King is targeting religious artwork, statues, etc., comes on of various activist groups that have moved beyond tearing down Confederate statues. And they are now calling for total removal of other historic monuments. How do you feel about something like that?
Now, based on, what I've heard over the years about Jesus and what he's been depicted as in the Bible as opposed to what his pictures and statues look like, it seems that they've always been contrary, and the man might have some validity in his statement.
So you're saying he might be onto something here?
Yeah, he might be onto something,
One quote under this particular article has deemed it to be ludicrous, an attack on the church. They say protesters are now targeting churches and statues of Jesuses in their courtyards and in their buildings, their stained windows, etc. And they are wondering where would this stop. I want to get this take from those of you here in Trinidad. When we look around, there is a lot of our monuments and churches that have the exact same thing.
Yeah, pictures.
How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I've always been on the fence about it, but like my mother and I always talk about it and say, listen, it's not about the image that they portray. You have to get right with you and your maker. So
I want to get your thoughts. You know, we are a strong Christian society, Catholic society. You know, it is depicted in how we operate some of our holidays. Everything is still shut down on a Sunday to accommodate the day that the Lord rested, etc., etc., etc. You know, we are also followers of the Black Lives Movement. Here in Trinidad, we have gone on a statue rampage as well, asking for removal of statues and defacing statues. How do you feel about this new call by this movement?
That's interesting. I really interested.
Feel free to call us. Let's chat. 342-0081 771-1791 4665-391. According to the Daily News, Sean King, the leader, or he's depicted as the activist for the Black Lives Matter movement, is calling, as of Monday, for the removal of statues, murals, and stained glass windows depicting Jesus as a white man. He says it's a form of white supremacy. Your thoughts? Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, Aisha and the sex.
Good afternoon.
How are you, caller?
And to all the children. Aisha, I fully support that.
You support it?
That statue should have moved from the next week it was created. Selassie was a great man. Somebody have him as, some of them had them, Rastafarians have him down, and Ethiopians have fear God.
But Anderson, question.
When you're talking about Jesus now, and the Bible show you, his skin was like brass. We deal with this white thing. I want people to know. I have a relative that do little electrical and fix this and that. And I have a big church, Aisha. I have a big church. And I could tell you the church about Nathaniel. It's a big church. If you're going back to Long Circle, you can know the church. And I think that should tell it all.
So let me ask you a question, Anderson Wilson.
Yeah.
Your children go to some of these schools.
Yeah, the Anglican school.
Yes, how do you... So your views are quite different from that of the school.
Yeah, but at least I don't go to school. All of us friends there. But that don't say I got a picture or a statue of some white man calling him Jesus. My children put to pray. They know not a letter. They know to wash your hands before this COVID situation. And the list could go on and on, Aisha. We have a statue of you and Shoma Wilson in Lavantil. But we have one Christopher Columbus. When we enter in Lavantil and reach by the first 3 days, I could consider a statue of Junior Williams, a statue of you, Shoma Wilson, and the list could go on and on. They're telling me, this man with the steel man, the Bugsy shop man, I want to see a statue of he in certain houses. We have a statue of Eric Williams. We have a statue of one of the first presidents here, Sir Alex Clark. We have a statue of them, but we have a statue of Christopher Columbus. And everybody belongs to coming back to the church. You want to talk about the church?
I didn't say anything. I'm just saying, I was just saying that, you know, you...
But I'm going to tell you about
all
the
right,
church
okay,
now.
sorry.
I'm going to tell you about the church. But whatever problem that was having, they had to go in the basement of the church downstairs. And when you go downstairs in the church, Aisha, and you want to know who the high priest I'm praying to? The Jesus down there, black like that. Why that one downstairs plain black? Probably that is the real one. And I don't know black thing, you know. You understand? And Black Lives Matter a long time. And I listened to David Mohammed. Good afternoon. I listened to him last night. It's really about black. Not all lives matter. Black lives really matter. All lives matters all the time. Except in the black ones. So people talk about it. They don't want to hear about the Black Lives Matter. It really matters. So all the world. And I'm taking on now statue. If I can demonstrate to them, I'll be first. Every time we show the children the truth. We are not statue of the last year. Come on, man.
Thank you so much. Let me read those comments. Jerry Williams on Facebook said, yes, it is white supremacist, and I kept quiet for so long. Mr. Anderson Wilson is so correct. Marissa Mohammed says, I am agreeing with Anderson. Take it down. Lisa King says, good afternoon, Aisha. I am locked on as usual. Thank you, Lisa King. And Joycelyn is saying good afternoon to us.
Hi, Joycey.
I want to get your thoughts on this. Black Lives Matter movement, as of Monday, has given an ultimatum. Remove the white statues of Jesus or else. They are saying it's white supremacist in nature and they will have none of it. In addition to the statues, they are calling for murals and stained glass windows depicting Jesus as a white European to be removed. How do you feel about this? You're smiling, boy.
Yeah, because I feel like it was bound to happen. And
Really?
It's been the conversation has been had in different smaller quarters here and there. It's mentioned, and now it gained some global attention because of BLM.
Interesting indeed. Let me say good afternoon to those of you who want the numbers. You're going to give it to them slowly in a short while. Caller, you're live.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hola.
Hello.
Okay, you're not ready
Yes,
yet. Go ahead and give them the numbers.
342-0081. That's the number to call. 342-0081. You could also get us on 466-5391. 466-5391. WhatsApp us on 771-1791.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
I'm in total agreement.
You're in agreement with it?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
We had to go Sunday school, go to church and see this white person with blue eyes portraying the figure of Jesus. I mean, don't forget that we are the only people on the planet who have who was part of our culture and our history.
So you're saying take it down or else?
Well, yeah, take it down.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. We're also taking your messages online as well. Caller, you're live.
Afternoon.
Hey, how you doing, Tanti? I want to hear...
I agree.
Eh?
Because I see a Catholic church have a Jesus, and if it's on the church, they put a Jesus, a black man, and the man looking like a bird. That's why I just take it off. Bye-bye.
But Tanti, what? It's interesting to hear Tanti's view on it.
Yeah.
Gabriel Joseph says, good evening to us. Patsy Niblet says, take it down. Joycelyn Phillips says, what a year 2020 is turning out to be.
Yes.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you live? Not ready. Internationally, 718-874-3860. That's 718-874-3860. We're also taking your voice notes and messages on 771-1791. Caller, you live?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I am a firm believer in Christ.
Yes.
You listen to me?
I'm listening loud and clear.
And Christ really was a UFO representative, you know. But few people is aware of that. I am all for Christ because Christ is the thing that no human being could have ever done. And it's not the color of the skin, you know. It's what you have done to mankind.
So are you saying leave it or take it down?
No. I'm going to about me. It's not the color of the skin, you know. It's what the individual have done towards mankind.
Okay, fair enough.
So the divinity is accepted at all times.
All right.
Regardless of the color of the skin, is what the person have done, his deeds.
Awesome. Thank you. Alana Shepherd says we got to ask ourselves, is it... Okay, I missed your comment, Alana. Kenley said, okay, when we take it down, all we say to others now is that the other people's view don't matter. Why not put some black images ones and we can look at?
So a replacement then?
Rena Ramasai says, ridiculous. Trinis like to follow too much what's going on in other countries. While Shelley Thomas Charles says, Aisha, the little baby girl life in matter. Let them study one day to protest now. John James says, welcome back, Queen. Greetings to Mr. X. It should be removed immediately. I'm surprised with how much traction this is getting here in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
We are a Christian-minded society.
Yes. But I don't think that takes away from the Christianity. It's really just representation.
Caller, you live?
Hi, afternoon.
How are you?
Hi, afternoon.
Now, I'm not going to go down the road of, unless people feel uncomfortable with a statue of Jesus Christ in public, and they want to suggest that it's taken down, then that may be so. If it's in a church, then I don't think I should be calling for the removal of any statue in a church where believers are comfortable with it. So you want to be careful here. In people's sense of belief, it's different, again, if it's in public view, and people feel that it's uncomfortable where they either sit or worship or something like that. But most of the image of Jesus Christ being represented in the form of a statue, I mean, they're in churches. So I don't think that we should be here making a call for those things to remove.
Well, according to the Black Lives Matter movement, according to Mr. Sean King, they're not referring to it being on private property. They're talking about it being removed as a whole.
No, they can't. They can't do that. I can understand Columbus. Columbus is in a place where, as a figure going back to slavery and that type of thing, is so on. If we want it, we got to be careful here, you know, because we might carry things too far. And Aisha and Gul, we got to understand something. I always believe that some names, some statues and so on, it have the spirit that goes the spirit that goes behind those names and whatever replica. But you know what? I am looking at things where we're going to put all the effort into removal of statues and images and so on, which I'm in agreement with. But one of the things I'm looking for is the removal of some of the behaviors of a lot of people who come under the whole umbrella of Black Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter have to focus too, not only on, let's say, black losing their life because of some misjudgment of police officers and white officers. Black Lives Matter have to take the challenge of making African people in certain areas behave themselves against our own type. What about that challenge? So there's a big work for us to do if we come in a Black Lives Matter, because to me, they are picking on soft targets. Removal of anything might be easy to call for. Take on the challenge of wanting to understand what is going on in black communities. Do the work to know that the lives and livelihood means more than just changing an image. And that's what I want. So while I might believe in Columbus being removed, I think we're going too far with Jesus. Come on.
Thank you, Raleigh Jr. Let me read your comments. Hayden Joseph says, take them all down. And Zion Lioness Queen says, yes, they should be removed. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
I am neither here nor there with the excuse, but if they're going down the road, do you know that Mahatma Gandhi was racist? Very racist.
Well, I have not read on his history, so I really don't know. I can't say, but...
Yes, he has been seen to be a very racist person, and there's a statue of him in San Fernando. So if we're going down the road, go the whole 9 yards, so go halfway. But it's neither here nor there with me. If I remember, they're there, and I know this is to remind me that I have to be stronger now for what they did to me. Or did to my
I want to go so far with this in the next hour. A break is coming because we want to now remove the statues. Are we also going to remove the history that come along with the white Jesus that they gave us, including Christmas and other public holidays that we look forward to? You know, I want to go here, you know. I really want to go here.
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I'll be interested to go into it in detail in the next hour, because the conversation about religion since Black Lives Matter has been starting up has taken some different slants, with some people saying this Christianity that all you believe in was part of what they used to enslave us.
And we hold on and cherish these holidays as though they were our own, so let us revisit it. I want to revisit it.
I was real digging into this last weekend.
We have 52 seconds before this break. Yes, we want to remove the statue. Are we willing to remove all the 101 holidays that we just look forward to, especially if it's on a long weekend? Like Easter weekend?
No, I would also say too.
Ishtar weekend?
Listen, we got to look at it too, because I've been looking into the Yoruba practices and different things.
Or Ash Wednesday, we going for ashes after we done play the full Monday and Tuesday? Oh, we want that discussion.
So you think they're asking about removing Christianity?
No, I'm asking to remove what they believe is associated with that God, the same one. 17 seconds. We're going to go for that break.
streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Time. It waits for no one. Now is the time to transform our economy. Now is the time to get our nation back to work and create 50,000 sustainable jobs. This Thursday night, our economy is on the ballot live. The United National Congress virtual campaign live. This Thursday night, log on, tune in to the political leaders' plan to jumpstart the economy. This Thursday night, on the ballot live on this station, live, 7:30 p.m. Now is the time to create 50,000 sustainable jobs. Visit uncplan2020.com. Now is the time.
Join us as we prepare to get TNT working again.
This Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. The United National Congress virtual campaign live. Now is the time.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Tobago is like one big happy family, and in this time of pandemic, our family values have never been stronger. We are stronger together, Tobago, and together, with a name you can depend on, we are moving into the new normal with quality food from Chef and Barbecue.
On mornings when I'm on my way to work, I like to pass by Chef's and BBQ for a hot cow heel soup or a bacon saltfish to start my day. And now I hear breakfast is $20, and then me I go. The staff nice too, you know. Hello. Chef's is the place to go.
Chef and Barbecue is renowned in Tobago for home-style cooking using the best Tobago has to offer and more. Visit a Chef and Barbecue near you today and get that home-cooked meal you've been missing. Call to order and pick up your meals hot and ready at Chef's and Barbecue. There's no chef like a Tobago chef.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Over the past few months, life as we know it has changed. We continue to discover new things, how to unmask creativity, and how to quarantine our differences. We're attending concerts from our bedrooms, giving the earth a vacation and learning beyond the classroom. As we journey through this together, let's never forget all the reasons to keep believing things will get better. Be connected, be positive, be mobile.
What are you sleeping on? Did you know that you may be sleeping on dead skin cells, dust mites, and bodily fluids? Do you suffer with aches, pain, stiffness, and other sleep disorders? Studies show that you should replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years for better health, better support, and a better night's sleep. Visit a sleep center today at Quartz and find the perfect mattress for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Turn your lights down low.
and listen to the Master's Radio.
Church radio will never be the same again. Join the Church of the Firstborn Assembly with Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays and from 9 p.m. to midnight on Wednesdays right here on the street 919 FM. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222. For more information, call 753-1113. Psalm 46 verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Log on to the church's website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org.
When your little one has his first friend, they share hugs, games, and germs as well. He needs to be strong. Protect them with Nestle Clem 1 Plus. Clem 1 Plus contains prebiotics, vitamins, and minerals that contribute to maintain a healthy digestive and immune system, helping them to achieve 100% protection plus nutrition. Nestle Clem 1 Plus, your love, their future. Clem 1 Plus is not a breast milk substitute from 1 year onward.
Talk your talk, but we don't talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Oh Lord God Almighty, grant me all privilege. You see, I have to overcome all the wicked. Them and them false things. I have no white God. Don't teach me anything wrong. Who the white God save me from white man oppression? I have no white God. It's just a black messiah. A white God that bless, so him not blesses. I have no white God. Don't teach me anything wrong. Who the white God save me from white man oppression? I have no white God. It's just a black messiah. If a white God that bless, so him not bless. I want what is rightful mine, so I'm not stay mute. Your system is designed to distract me from the truth, but it will come to pass. I know not to the youth. In the process of time, we will know the truth. To give we white God to place in slavery. The doctrine follow on in the black community. The black messiah you try to shield with fantasy, but we not gonna make you destroy the love with luxury. That's why you have to touch home. I have no place in Babylon. As I go, they make me victim of their unjust action. Oh God, I won't be conquered in this region. Oh yes, I have to stand and go strong. Don't tell me of your white God. Don't teach me anything wrong. Who the white God save me from white man oppress? I am no white God. It's just a black messiah. White God that bless you, him not bless. Oh, me face contact with anger, cause that no right. Oh, good all things, good and valuable must be white. So what about the black that did the most in life? You and you white supremacy. What in me as you change the version of the Bible. Who you watching? Remember, I know do evil won't go unpunished. Bear your iniquity, you have no wisdom or wit. All evilous people shall sink in a I have no white God. Don't teach me anything wrong. Who the white God save me from white man oppression? I have no white God. It's just a black messiah. If a white God that bless, I'm not blessed. I've no white God. Don't tell me.
I felt this song was fitting for the occasion, wasn't it?
Good
yeah,
selection. Good
selection, man.
Good selection.
I know my thing.
I'll rate it a 4 out of 5.
You know what?
A 4 out of 5.
You cannot give me the whole 5X.
I can't give you all. I can't give all.
So if people want to know what we're discussing, Shaun King, the leader of the Black Lives Movement Matter, is calling as of yesterday for removal of statues, murals, and stained glass windows that depicts Jesus.
As white.
As a white man, a white European. He claims it is a form of white supremacy and it must be come down or else. You know, and I was surprised that when we opened up the phone lines on the issue, so many Trinidadians here in Trinidad and Tobago agreed with this stance.
Yeah.
And I am saying, okay. And don't forget to share the live, guys. We want to beat out our numbers yesterday. We want the message to get out there. This is an interesting discussion.
It is.
And I'm saying, okay, if we're going to do that, how far are we going? Are we just scratching the surface here? Because the white version of Jesus was given to us accompanied by white teaching.
In terms of what the teachings were, the actual content and doctrine.
And the content that gave us white Jesus had a root. It came from somewhere. And we still practice some of these traditions today. In fact, we look forward to it, some of us. And I'm saying if we're going to remove the statue, are we also going to remove the teachings and some of these holidays associated with this teaching? And if we are going to remove it, are we going to replace it with the right teachings or what we deem to be the right teachings? This is a whole kettle of fish, can of worms, a whole upheaval, a transition of the mind. This is a huge conversation. We just scratched the surface with the statue.
So what you're saying is the white Jesus is not the right Jesus, and the white doctrine is not the right doctrine.
It came from somewhere. If we're going to remove the European version of Jesus, are we going to remove the European version of the Bible as well? We have the King James Version, some of us, the new version, some of us.
Yeah.
How far
But
are we going to go?
I always wondered about that. I mean,
where we going to go? Where we going?
Sad to say, though.
I mean,
I'm interested to hear if you have the, gumption and you have some conviction in you and you've given it some thought. If you have some information too, you could weigh in and tell us, is white Jesus the right Jesus? If not, why not? In terms of that doctrine, what was the difference? Because like you identified too, it has some stuff where some celebrations that we now observe are not observed in the other things.
I'm going to give it to you because according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, the precise origin assigning December the 25th as the birth of Jesus is unclear. According to the encyclopedia, the New Testament provides no clue in regard to Jesus' birth. December 25th was first identified as the date of Jesus' birth by Saxtus Julius Africanus. Do you want to know who he is? I suggest you find the name and you research it.
Wow.
In 221. And it later became universally accepted.
As the date, that was it.
One widespread explanation for the origin of this date was deemed to be Solis Invicti Nati, or a Latin word for Day of the Birth of the Unconquered Sun, a popular holiday among the Roman Empire that celebrated the winter solstice as a symbol of the resurgence of the sun, the casting away of winter, and the heralding of the rebirth of spring and summer. Indeed, December 25th has become widely accepted as the date of Jesus' birth. Christian writers frequently made connection between the rebirth of the sun and the birth of the sun. S-O-N.
S-O-N. Yeah, the rebirth of the S-U-N.
And the birth of the S-O-N.
Right.
And on the difficulties of this view, it is that suggested a nonchalant willingness on the part of the Christian church to appropriate a pagan festival when the early church was silent on distinguishing its official date of Jesus' birth. So this too was given to us by the Roman Empire.
Right.
Are we still going to do it since we're removing white Jesus? These are questions that I'm asking. I am simply playing devil advocate today. I am simply asking questions.
Zachary saying nobody knows what Jesus looked like.
It's just questions I'm asking. How far do we intend to go with this? Are we ready for where this could lead us? Caller, your life.
Hi, Aisha. Good afternoon. And good afternoon to Mr. X in the studio.
Hi.
How are you?
Aisha, you see, with that whole Jesus thing, if the African people understand the true religion of Africa, well, not religion, because we never have a religion, we have spirituality. If African people arise from that Jesus thing, we will end up loving ourselves again. Because I shall tell you something. The name Jesus alone is not even right, because the letter J only came about in the early 16th century, right? From the late 15th to the 16th century. So nobody could have never named Jesus before that, because number two is, in the Hebrew language, you still don't have a letter J up to this day. You could do much research. The Hebrew language, which is the language was spoken in them day, and Greek language, don't have nothing as a letter J. So nobody from before the 15th century could have never named Jesus. So the name alone is wrong, right? But they will want to eat off your head for trying to educate them. The King James Version book in them days didn't have no J. So it was King Hines. If you go back to the early Bibles from in England, you're going to see the names from before the 16th King James, whatever, 11, whatever. It was King Hines, and he was Prince Hines at the time because he was young. The person who wrote the Bible for him, it was for Prince Hines because he was a prince at the time, right? And the first person that translated the Bible into English language, he was sacrificed by the Christian community, which was the Pope and them, because he didn't want to put what the Pope and them wanted him to put in the Bible. He wanted to put the truth, and because he couldn't put the truth, they sacrificed him in a courtyard. They burned him alive because the Pope and them didn't want people today to know the real truth about what happened in the past.
Thank you so much.
So there's a lot of things out there, and this is a very good topic for people to understand. They wouldn't want to understand it, because they're so lost into the nowadays Christianity, which is the most wickedest thing I could find on the face of the earth, because Christians was always, if you look back at the past, they was from the dark ages and all that thing, they was always killing and burning and doing wickedness to people.
Thank you, caller. I think a lot of people confusing Catholicism and its history with Christianity. Because Christianity existed long before the Catholic Church came upon the scene with their Knight Templars and their history of Christianity. And people keep thinking that they are one and the same, and they are not.
Right.
They are not. But only persons who understand history will understand there is a difference between what they gave us as Christianity and what in fact Christianity is.
Yes. And what we have now, I tell you, for the time people come out from that, they're gonna feel they're gonna have a different feeling of life when they see they come out of that cult that they call Christianity today. Because I tell you, it's just bad. It's just bad because themselves just hate their own family. If you could have your child going to church every day, and if your child go up to say, you know what, this doesn't make sense, they're going to hate their own child.
Well, I don't know that, but listen off your caller. I don't know that, and I don't want to paint all Christians with the same brush. There are people who are really looking for the truth, and that is why, programs like this can guide some of them, and if they don't share our opinion, they can call us and give them their views. I don't want to judge anybody. That is not the intention of this particular program. The intention of this program is to raise the issue based on the Black Lives Matter movement, wanting to remove the statues, murals, and stained glass windows depicting Jesus as a white European. And I'm saying, okay, based on the calls here in Trinidad, I had calls about 100% of all you say, let's get rid of him.
Right.
And I said, fine, if we're going to get rid of him, are we going to get rid of the teachings that gave
the doctrines
him
as well
to us? And this is how we got here. Are we quiet? I hear crickets chirping.
No, I think people...
Did I offend some people?
I think people still need to get information about it, and a lot of people have little information. We've grown up with a tradition, and you just go with it. No background.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you're live. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Aisha.
Hey, how are you?
And good afternoon to you, sir, Mr.
Good afternoon.
All right. In addition to what your first caller just now said, right, I would like to hear these so-called Christians and them come and tell me what is the truth. Because the information of the Holy Bible, as far as I understand, is is the basic foundation of the Christian church, right? So I would like them to come and tell me, and I ain't talking about no fly-by-night so-called Christian, I'm talking about somebody who are involved in it. I mean, what type of experience did God who did us talk about who nobody never see and all them different things? What type of experience they had with God in order for them to signify and prove, to get evidential proof that Almighty God really exists? Are they just going based on information that they read, or they could tell me that they had some personal experience where they could get evidential proof that here was going on? This person was tested and they was able to prove that they really exist. I would really like to hear some Christians really call in and say that. But Aisha, I'm going to tell you something. In my book, the most two fake set of people that have in this whole world is white people and black people. I'm going to repeat that. The most fake people it have in the whole world is white people and black people. And I say that on the basis of this one thing. They that give the world the impression that they're the best of society has to offer, and they're the worst. And they don't like each other at all. Because if one always feels they're more superior than the other. So you see, with them kind of thing is concerned, I don't really take on them thing. But I would really like to hear some real Christians who really know anything. Come and tell me, what evidential proof that all you have, that God wanted to have the faith, that God wanted us to talk about, really exists? I would really like to get an answer to that. Thank you very much.
All right, let's see who else is there. Caller, your life.
Good afternoon, Sister Aisha.
Hey, how you doing, my brother? All the best.
After God, I'm well after the Almighty. And to my brother X.
Yes, good afternoon, brother.
Good afternoon. Mm-hmm. According to the we just talked there. What do you need to know that the Almighty God exists? And to existing? Long to existing, there must be one. I don't know if his name is God, if his name is Jesus, if his name is Allah, if his name is what name he have. But I know he is one that I could call the creator of the heavens and the earth and everything that he has created. I'm sure about that. I could put the neck on a block that there's one that exists. Name, I may not know the name because I made all sorts of names here. But I know when I say the creator, I could never be wrong. And if a man living on the earth and he don't know that there's one that is responsible for him being on the earth, there's something wrong with him. And what I want to say, you see Christ, honest people is the spirit man, is the African man. Eh? Honest people deal with the spirit is the African man. No other ways deal with the spirit. No other ways, I say it openly. Because God said, he tell me, he said, do not compromise his word. And we deal with spirit. We don't deal with flesh. We don't deal with things that we could see. Christian, I never call myself a Christian. I am a child of the King. I am a child of the Creator. Christian is what man. Christian is what man make. Christianity. All of them is Christian. And who is a child of God? A child of God is one that do his will. Follow him. That is what they do. You understand? So if you live in and you don't know that there's one, you want to see him. No man could see the Creator and live, brother. Our eyes are not strong enough to see that. You could tell him, look at the sun and see if he could see through the sun. And I always say the sun, it has to be a secret place of the Most High. His secret place. Because they could build what they want. They cannot go to the sun. They cannot reach close to the sun. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. Let's play a voice note. Please remember to send them.
Yeah, Aisha, Mr. X, good afternoon. Yes, we're hearing about all these white God and Christopher Columbus and all these different set of traditions they push down with children. Now we're new millennium, people eyes opening up, people learning more, all them youths and them, they can't fool them again. It's a new millennium, 2020 is here.
All right. I have another call. Let me take this one. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha, I'm doing again. Listen,
Yes.
Now, people don't understand, are we talking about removal of a statue of Jesus Christ or the removal of the doctrine? Because I heard Brooklyn talk there, it was making sense for a little while, and then he talked about cult and so on. Now, it's one of the problems we have where we believe that, all right, we may not believe that the image of Jesus is in the form of a white man, but what about the doctrine? As Andrew just said, How do you believe that you existed here? What brought you here? There must be some degree of being, right? And if you align yourself with some teaching that guides you to that, then come on. Don't be so dismissive. Yes, I could understand people don't want to align themselves to Christianity and religion. Because religion, some people believe it's man-made and it's this organization and you're aligned to this one, and it's not really based on the drive to push spirituality. And that's why Andrew spoke about the whole question of being a child of God, where you don't have to be described as a Pentecostal, a Baptist, and so on. It's a big conversation we're on this afternoon, you know.
Yes, we are.
But I don't think people have to be very careful here, because in going along, there are Christians out there who may not like the conversation on the basis of people talking about aligning their religion to a cult. I think if we're talking about Jesus and what he looks like, let us keep it focused on that. And I believe that, hey...
But that also ties into the religion part of it, Rowley Jr.
Well, I disagree with you, because I could be, like Andrew said, nobody sees Allah. Nobody sees Allah, but they believe in the doctrine. And you pass through that, you would not, all right, Allah the Most High and so on, but you don't see him.
But there was never any pictures or statues depicting him, so that is not a conversation a Muslim would have. However, Christianity, it's different.
Right. You're aligning Jesus as an image, but could you say that because the image is white, that the doctrine is wrong? Are we saying that?
We're saying the image was given to us based on the doctrine that they taught us. The image didn't appear out of anywhere. We got his image based on the teachings they gave us, didn't they?
So I don't want to say that they gave us something. All right. You see,
so did we just vaps and assume he was white?
I don't want to. I plead in ignorance here.
I understand where you're going, and I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you whatsoever.
No, not at all, not at all. We're talking here. And I believe that I don't want to say that because of what we were taught way back with the Protestants and the Roman Catholicism, that it streamlined itself into what was being taught came from Spain and from England.
So where did Catholicism come from?
Right. So if we go back to history, we would know about when Columbus came here. You know that he met the Indians. Their form of worship was different to what he brought. He brought the whole question of the Roman Catholicism sort of thing. When the English came here, they brought the Protestants, a different form of worship. But it's still locked into the scriptures, which is the Bible. So, Spain, England, France, and all these people had wars, but they still believe in a God. The image of God should not. I am saying that the image of God where we say Jesus, we could debate that. But my God, I am in Brooklyn. I would like, especially African people, because there's where the conversation derives. If you don't believe in Christianity, what do you believe in? Because I'm scared. Because much African people in the villages that I know hardly go to church. And that's my problem. That's my problem. So what do you believe in? Probably Brooklyn could say what we should believe in. Thank you, Aisha.
Thank you, Rowley Jr. Okay, so for those of you who are in a position to assist, the person who just messaged me about the clothing for the deceased yesterday says that they're on a budget and she can only do the shirt and the pants. So we need a jacket. If you're in a position to assist in getting a white jacket, size large, let me know. You can purchase the jacket and, of course, drop it off and I'll get it to the family. You can inbox me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Aisha, ISHAWELLSCENTRE, and I would be able, because, they're trying to bury them on Thursday morning and we can't have the body half dressed, can we? Not there. Hi, good afternoon, you're live. Caller.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is this Brother Tabakeet. Brother Tabakeet. Right. Oh, and my goodness.
It's time to call in.
I have not heard you for the year.
Well, I'm alive. Let's go there quickly for time.
Quickly for time.
Right. First of all, the first thing the gentleman needs to do is change his name. Because you cannot tell me you want to remove the white Christ, but yet still you're carrying a European name.
Oh, God.
Let's further the discussion.
Tabakeet, you went there. Tabakeet, you went there.
we have to go there.
Oh, boy.
You see, the thing about it, the first thing they did was to strip us of our name.
Wow.
And that removed your identity. So the brother who wants to move the white Christ and interfere with the stained glasses, he must remove his name first. Secondly, let's go there, sister. You see, one of the things we got to realize, all the churches in this neck of the woods is tainted with Eurocentric blood. Let me repeat that. All churches, all religion in the neck of this wood is tainted with Eurocentric blood. Now, I going there. The only pure religion in Trinidad as we speak, a lot of people wouldn't like to hear this, is Hinduism. Let's face it.
Okay.
You see, no, come on. If we want to deal with history, and you have to ask yourself, how did the Orisha and the Shango and the Baptist came about? We got to ask these questions. You see, then and there, they could have not practiced the religion. So they had was to disguise in Catholicism and use the deities. So understanding that, and I repeat and go to another point, all religion, all churches in this neck of the woods is tainted with Eurocentric blood. You see, if we really want to go further, we must understand somewhere in 1614 when we had the translation of the New King James Version. You see, the thing about it, we just can't wake up one morning and decide, you know what, I want to move statue. You want to move statue? Let me tell you what to move. The 2-year-old child that gets murdered, where is the march? Where is the human cry? Look, I tell you, hypocrites, scribes, and Pharisees, I'll tell you why. All the Carib and the Arawak and the Santa Rosa Heights, and they go to the Catholic Church in Arima, and they have the procession, and they inside the church, and these are the very said people who talking to remove Christopher Columbus. Let me repeat this, you know, Sister Aisha. The Carib, the Arawak, the Warahoon, all the indigenous people, every year for the Carib Santa Rosa Festival in Arima, they use the Catholic Church. And when I saw that woman going there to remove Christopher Columbus, well, then she will have to stop going to the Catholic Church because there is where they keep the big ceremony.
Tabakit, I have a minute before the break. Can I have the bell, the bell, the bell?
Well, this is the bell here, and I'll tell you. You see, I'll tell you, you know, I bringing it real here. I don't want no scribes and Pharisees, and I'm saying, if the Catholic Church, that is their compound, and they decide to have a white statue, so be it. And I am saying, this is dangerous ground we're heading down. I am not supporting to interfere with any church, any religion. I say, King, before I go, you're passing out a place. Change your name and then remove the people Christ and the white painting at the studio. I say, Tabakit out and off. Come real. Bring your facts. Change your name before you interfere with the people white Christ. I'm gone.
Oh boy. What a phone call. You whistling? Why you whistling? Did Tabakit just done the party? Party done?
Yeah, party done.
Party done after that, right?
Wrap it up.
Oh boy, we have 44 seconds before the break. I mean, they're sounding the bells under the live for Tabakit. Tabakit, you come back with a bang.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Brother Tabakit. We missed you. So we'll wrap up on this when we come back after the break, and then we'll jump into our other issue for the day. How many murders have there been since Friday until now?
13 it looked like.
Great. So we're going to talk about that, where we're heading. And of course, we will be right back. Stay with us. It's The Balance. Yours truly, Aisha Wells and Mr. X.
Day 2
you talk, come talk with us. On the street,
919 FM.
Enagic change your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair, and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
Ranch at C3 Center and Trinity Mall is back to serve you with the best barbecue in the East and South. Original sauces and value for money. Opening hours Monday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your barbecue chicken, lamb, fish, burgers, jerk chicken, chili wings, and a wide variety of sides to choose from. Check us out. D-Ranch.
Time. It waits for no one. Now is the time to transform our economy. Now is the time to get our nation back to work and create 50,000 sustainable jobs. This Thursday night, our economy is on the ballot live. The United National Congress virtual campaign live. This Thursday night, log on, tune in to the political leaders' plan to jumpstart the economy. This Thursday night, on the ballot live on this station live, 7:30 p.m. Now is the time to create 50,000 sustainable jobs. Visit uncplan2020.com. Now is the time.
Join us as we prepare to get TNT working again.
This Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. The United National Congress virtual campaign live. Now is the time.
Breakfast set, go! Start with Milo, finish strong. Perform your best all day long. M-I-L-O, Milo. Breakfast set, go Milo. You want to raise a trophy, drinking Milo gets you ready. Fortify your mind and body. It starts with Milo. Start with Milo, finish strong. Perform your best all day long. M-I-L-O, Milo. Breakfast set, go Milo.
Start the day right with Milo. Fortified with Active Go for energy release and muscle function. Milo, the energy food drink of champions.
Hey, one partner, long time no see.
Yeah, but why see? Wi-Fi password, boy?
You serious? Don't be a Wi-Fly. Get the never ask for another Wi-Fi passcode again experience from Digicel. You asked for it. Now here it is. Sign up today. Forget about it and enjoy unlimited data for 30 days. No contracts, no surprise charges. New Freedom prepaid 30-day plans. Only from Digicel.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the Street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance, Beatles Talk.
Are you looking for a home care aide for an elderly parent? Maybe you're looking for a nanny or babysitter for your children. Are you looking for a housekeeper or cleaner for your home or office? Then Helping Hands Home Care is the place for you. We provide qualified home care aid, nannies, babysitters, housekeepers, and cleaners at reasonable prices. We work so you don't have to. Just send us your budget and schedule and we'll make it happen. Are you trained in home care? Do you have experience in caring for the elderly, disabled, or children? Or maybe you want to earn extra money cleaning homes and offices? Then be part of our team. We want you. Contact us today, WhatsApp or call 4838741 to sign up. We are Helping Hands Home Care. Helping Hands Home Care. The home is where the heart is.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Oliver S. Clark, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
Come talk with us. Real issues, hard talk, real talk on the street. 919 FM.
Can liberate the people over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. Jah free the people over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute they don't like you. Why try to make I unhappy? Really, I don't know. If it was up to them, my friend, we would never see the sun or the snow. Through that mystical communication within, we keep on coming together. I love to see brothers and sisters looking out for one another. That's the way it should be, not contrary. Stop tearing down each other. Only Rasta free the people over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe 1 minute that they are with you. Jah free the people over hills and valleys too. Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. Our dogs won't do. You're just behaving like they want you to, yeah. I say, arrogance is much different from ignorance, and I know you feel the same way too. Many live this life without having a clue. No reason why they are so sad and blue. Blessings to go, so much things to do. Not a moment to reflect on the cycle of life, yeah. To free the people over hills.
I felt this was a fitting song as well.
Yeah. I'm singing in the back here.
Let me say good afternoon to Marcel Gordon. She continues to send me the updates of what's happening in Guyana. Marcel, to be honest, when already clear when I message me.
Yeah, because the last thing I see,
the back and forth thing, I
I'm
can't.
reeling in them.
I definitely can't. So yes, that was the voice of Buju Banton, Hills and Valleys, as we look to close up this conversation after Tabakit slam dunk it, mash it up, destroy it, fold it up. And Wall Street has a different view, by the way. Yeah? Wall Street does not agree with Tabakit. I'm waiting for Wall Street to get in and tell us why. Caller, you live.
Hello. I just called to talk about the topic all on there right now. Right? About Christianity. Christianity is an ancient Egyptian religion. You understand? And Paul was only describing that religion the only way he know how to the Romans and them. Aisha?
Yeah?
If you notice in the Bible, where is Genesis and Exodus taking place? Not in Europe. Genesis and Exodus is taking place between Asia and Africa. You understand? So there the Christianity religion came from. It's an ancient Egyptian religion that was taught to the Europeans and them. And they present it in this way we have it now. You understand? With Jesus and whatnot. Because before Christianity, Rome knew what Christianity was. It had a Christian.
Is all that ding 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 that your phone?
No.
I believe so.
Is your phone getting on, sir?
Ding ding ding, but who looking for you, sir? You have a right to.
Ethiopia had a Christian church and religion 150 years before Rome knew what Christianity was. You understand? So, this is just a hand down from the Egyptian religion to this modern,
Thank you so much for sharing. Caller, you're not there. Sorry, I lost you. International line call back. Let me say good afternoon to Brian Pochet. That's locked down and listening to us. Thank you so much, Brian. Caller, you're live.
Yes, Aisha.
Yes,
I have to
Brooklyn.
call back. I just want to say to anybody who talking about Christianity and the Bible and Jesus and the 12 disciples, show me proof of one great site of anybody that they talk about from the Bible right now. Show me proof. These people never even existed. Show me a proof. Aisha, if somebody died 200 years ago, you could still go. Your generation could still go to the grave site and find it. Show me. And don't tell me Jesus, because Jesus, they say, he arose after 3 days. He rise up into heaven. But I shall tell you something. The same Bible tell them, it have in the same Bible, that a part in the Bible that they say that Jesus is still there. The same people who write it, the Bible has so much different things that if you read certain things, you will see where they was trying to give you messages because they couldn't write openly, because they had to write it in a kind of a code way. But as I say, show me one great site. I pay any amount of money if anybody could take me anywhere in the world today and show me a great site of anybody they speak about in the Bible. So all this nonsense they talk about Africans, we Africans used to basically worship the sun because that was the most strongest force on the face of the earth. And the next thing I want to say for Aisha, you show me any man today who make a child. So one of them who talking about him and him alone who make a child, because the Bible is what everything in the Bible mostly about women, there is only carried on women. So they never show you a woman as the person who is to bring forth the life into the world. So he and he. But show me a man who make his mother earth, mother this, mother that. I know he yet, but when it comes to Jesus Christ, they say he do everything in the world. And the only person to bring a man into the world is a woman. So all you talking, study that, common sense, and then call back and let me hear what you have to say.
All right, Brooklyn. All the best. Caller, your live. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I just get cut off.
Yes.
My contribution is based on this. That the person who instituted racism and slavery and brought the African people all about the world into the Caribbean and so on. I would like to know what religion they belong to, if they still belong to the same religion, and which God were they praying to, and if they did understand the principles of this God that they pray to, if they claiming that they got their principles from the same Bible that they shared with us. That is the question I want to ask because...
Thank you. We'll definitely ask that question. Caller, you live? Caller, you there? Caller?
Aisha Wells.
Hey, how you doing, Wall Street Trini?
And Mr. X, I am doing fantastic.
Good afternoon, brother.
Mr. X, how are you going, partner?
I good, buddy. I real good.
Yeah, Mr. X is a good fella, He's a good fella.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's a good one.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a good one. He's a good one. Aisha?
Yes?
I listened to that fella over there.
Which one is this again?
The last one from over there now.
From over there, meaning...
The fellow who asked the fella about his name.
The one from Tabakit?
What I could call him?
Wall Street, stop your madness and make your contribution, please. Not me and you at your bacchanal Wall Street.
I don't like to call people names.
Okay.
But Aisha, I go repeat this quote again. I'm going to repeat this quote for my black people of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Claude Anderson states, a race that is taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. Aisha, any statue that had to do with white supremacy, don't care what statue it is, needs to come down in this day and age. And let me say something, Aisha. You see that fellow over there? Tell him these Soca Warriors looking for some good football players, right? They're looking for some good football players in order to move goalposts. He gonna make a good player for the Soca Warriors. He gonna help them tremendously. I'm sure they gonna make.
But there were lots of people that agreed with Tabaki. They was cheering him on in the chat.
Well, Aisha. But you see, Aisha, let me say this. You see, Aisha, that's why I give you the quote. And let me give you a next thing, Aisha. You see, anytime black people trying to do something, sometimes it's our own black people try to move the goalposts. Let me give you an example. You see Black Lives Matter? All in a sudden, it's All Lives Matter, it's Blue Lives Matter, it's White Lives Matter. They're always trying to shift the goalposts whenever they have something to do with black. You have to stick to the issue. The issue is that Churchill Roosevelt Highway, that name needs to be changed. So Solomon Hochul Highway, that name needs to be changed. The Beetham Highway and Beetham Estate, them name to be changed. Frederick Street, them name needs to be changed. All of them is white supremacists.
So you're also in agreement. You're also in agreement with removing the religious statues, images, murals, and painted windows.
Anything that had to do with white supremacy have to go.
Oh God.
Anything. I am being very specific. Whatever it had to do with it. If Columbus fall in there, he gone to. If Queen Street fall in there, he gone to. Well, I think Queen Street gone already because it's General Commission now, right? Right?
Yeah,
if
it's Penny Commission.
Right. If Duke Street fall in there, gone. I being very specific. I not shifting the goalposts. You see, people want to shift the goalposts all the time. You know, Aisha, and I'll go close on this one, and I've given this one. Aisha, if there is 10 houses in a subdivision, and one house is on fire, and the fire department come to see after the one house, and the 9 other people living in the house asking the fire department, how come all you looking after my house? Your house not on fire. Why I go look at your house if it's not on fire? Right? So when we talking about white supremacy and you talking about changing our name, you shifting the goalposts, and you could always shift the goalposts to all kind of things to be lifted. I mean, come on, man. Be specific. Any statue that has to do with white supremacy across the world needs to come down. And I will close in the words of Frederick Douglass. Power concedes nothing without a demand. And don't forget, Dr. Claude Anderson, a race that is taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. Aisha Wells, you and Mr. X have a tremendous rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Wall Street Trini. Thank you so much. The lines are lit. Caller, you're live. Caller, are you there? Caller?
Hello, good day to you, Aisha. Good day to you, Mr. X.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to put in my 2 cents, Aisha. Let me tell you something, right? The black community is not willing to have meaningful conversations.
Interesting. And why would you say that, Paul?
What's that?
Why would you say that, Paul?
Because I myself just had a battle there on Facebook, putting up a post in which I'm not the originator. And evidently, you can see that most of my African brothers and sisters came out together to have conversations to attack me because I'm the common enemy, right?
Really?
And I'm simply trying to tell them all Black lives matter in terms of Black life, whether the situation is the 2-year-old getting killed or Floyd abroad, right? We need to first look within our community and try to fix it and have that conversation. A guy told me, it's two separate issues. It can never be two separate issues, Aisha. And it's the only way that I put up a disclaimer saying I am in no way a racist, and track record could prove evidently. And if you want reference, you could ask PNM and East Indian African persons that I'm not a racist. If I hadn't put up that disclaimer, they would have taken my picture and put it all over and say racist. So I had to clear that first for them. Right? But I think the African community is not willing to have that type of conversation. It is too sensitive.
Well, I'm now seeing the post here with 106 comments, and this post was posted 2 hours ago. So what it is, I mean, you've been having a busy day.
Yeah, and I'm saying, only because I had to put up the disclaimer, my picture would have gone all over claiming that I'm racist. You understand? But it's a good thing people in Trinidad and Tobago know who I am and what I stand for. But based on that whole conversation there, I realized that the black community in Trinidad and Tobago, or maybe throughout, is not willing to have conversation, especially sensitive conversation.
I think what happens, Paul, in fairness to my people, we like the conversation, but we like it from within our community. You as an East Indian, in their view, I'm not saying it might be mine, I'm saying in their view, have no right to tell them that.
Yes, but it all goes back, Aisha. There's Africans in the UNC as well. There's Africans in many political parties and many forums. So why not we try to say, okay, so you're telling me, right, or you're saying that I am not allowed or I'm not supposed to do it? Or what I believe in?
Paul, I'm just simply saying, I'm not mad at you. I understand where you're coming from. But for you to put up a post like that, and for people wondering what the post is about, it's a picture of a man standing, staring face front with a black hand and a man pointing a gun at him. And the post says, if black lives really mattered, then stop shooting each other. 94% of all blacks are shot by blacks. And of course, those persons who responded not very pleasantly in Paul's post was all Africans, and they was against him for posting this. And I'm saying, Paul, I hear you. You may have a valid point, but sometimes because of the sensitivity of the situation, persons may think you have an agenda based on how you look. And you look Indian, Paul.
And I don't, Aisha, and Trinidad and Tobago knows this. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see who's there. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Is this Tabakid?
Yeah, I have to come back because I'll tell you something. You see, sometimes it's a bitter pill to swallow. And where the brother was going, I understand. But as you rightfully say, because how the matter is sensitive worldwide. But I, Tabaki, could speak as an African.
Oh, God.
Right behind the cathedral. Listen, Trinidad and Tobago. What you have is the riverside where they have the car park there, where you have African people literally rotting in that car park. Right to the bottom. Now, don't get me wrong. I is saying don't move Columbus and all of them. But I is saying, hear me well, and it's all your back, all your business. I as an African going and talk this. Right to the bottom of Christopher Columbus, you have African people, women with children sleeping right there. As you go down,
oh God,
it have people all in the river sleeping. It's only when it have flood and rain that it move out.
Oh God.
How come Mr. King and the Carib Queen, all of them, never see it fit to go behind the statue? Or how they never see it fit to go in Riverside Car Park? Look all behind the bridge there, where African children suffering. Now, don't get me wrong. If I don't want to move all the statue down, all your business. But I am saying you all are hypocrites to the high heaven.
Tabakit, 55 seconds before that break.
And I said, as I leave, hypocrite. All you want to move statue, all you want to move stained glass, and all your brothers and sisters right to the bottom of Columbus, below it, they're suffering and rotting. All you want to see about that, all you want to march, I say all you are hypocrite. gone.
Tabakit is skating in his attacks this afternoon. OMG. So Trinidad and Tobago, when we come back, we look at the issue of crime. Yeah, we're going to look at that. Mr. X is busy doing these statistics as we speak. So we're going to have that discussion when we return. Stay with us, The Balance, Street 919 FM.
Talk your talk,
but we know talk.
Come talk with us.
The Street
919 FM.
Time. It waits for no one. Now is the time to transform our economy. Now is the time to get our nation back to work and create 50,000 sustainable jobs. This Thursday night, our economy is on the ballot live. The United National Congress virtual campaign
live.
This Thursday night, log on, tune in to the political leaders' plan to jumpstart the economy. This Thursday night, on the ballot live on this station,
live,
7:30 p.m. Now is the time to create 50,000 sustainable jobs. Visit uncplan2020.com. Now is the time.
Join us as we prepare to get TNT working again.
This Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. The United National Congress virtual campaign
live.
Now is the time.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Tobago is like one big happy family, and in this time of pandemic, our family values have never been stronger. We are stronger together, Tobago, and together, with a name you can depend on, we are moving into the new normal with quality food from Chef and Barbecue.
On mornings when I'm on my way to work, I like to pass by Chef's and BBQ for a hot cow heel soup or a bacon saltfish to start the day. And now I hear breakfast is $20, and then me I go. The staff nice too, you know. Hello. Chef's is the place to go.
Chef and Barbecue is renowned in Tobago for home-style cooking using the best Tobago has to offer and more. Visit a Chef and Barbecue near you today and get that home-cooked meal you've been missing. Call to order and pick up your meals hot and ready at Chef's and Barbecue. There's no chef like a Tobago chef.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Breakfast set, go! Start with Milo, finish strong. Perform your best all day long. M-I-L-O, Milo. Breakfast set, go Milo. You want to raise a trophy, drinking Milo gets you ready. Fortify your mind and body. It starts with Milo. Start with Milo, finish strong. Perform your best all day long. M-I-L-O, Milo. Breakfast set, go Milo. Start the day right with Milo. Fortified with Active Go for energy release and muscle function. Milo, the energy food drink of champions.
Go check the supermarket and buy a prepaid kit. Still need to get help. Simply install yourself. Time for activation. WhatsApp with no hesitation. Get 15 days free and HBO for 50. Turn on DirecTV. Easy as. Get your prepaid TV. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Turn on DirecTV. Easy as. Get your prepaid TV. It's
It's easy as 1, 2, 3.
Easy as 1, 2, 3 to get DirecTV prepaid. Buy your kit in store. WhatsApp 390-3288. Visit DirecTVCaribbean.com to activate. Turn on no drama TV with DirecTV.
Turn on DirecTV.
When it comes to healthcare, you deserve the best. Do you suffer from low energy, anxiety, or constipation? Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins provides you with the best services of iridology exam, blood analysis, ionic foot detox, followed by a soothing foot massage. We also provide the best organic supplements. We are located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Or call us at 288-1108 or 275-8359. Join us on the street 919 FM. Every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Masters Radio.
Church radio will never be the same again. Join the Church of the Firstborn Assembly with Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays and from 9 p.m. to midnight on Wednesdays right here on the street 919 FM. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222. For more information, call 753-1113. Psalm 46 verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Log on to the church's website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Heal Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monrepos, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
All right, goodly people, we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us 1 minute after the hour of 6 o'clock inside the last and final hour. And as promised, in this hour, we are discussing the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago. Having how many murders over the weekend?
To date, it's about 13 murders between Friday and now.
For the
month of June, we've had a significant spike that took us from 194 to 210.
What is so significant about June that we just jumped all the way there?
Well, I think, without any real data to support it, a good hypothesis will be to say that based on the relaxing of the measures, we've seen an increase in crime.
So is it that we can only rid the murders once we are in total lockdown mode?
Well, that is unfortunately what the information says. You know what I mean? Based on what the information says so far, it looks like that. And it's daunting to see this reality. And let me just read this little piece from Maxine Hunt and Leanne Waldrop Bonnier. They have a paper issued in 2010 that says Crime in Trinidad and Tobago, Trends and Implications. However, in her introduction, I want you all to pay attention how important crime is to us.
Right.
The introduction says this: Trinidad and Tobago, one of the leading economies in the Caribbean, is a major regional producer of oil and gas and the single largest supplier of liquefied natural gas to the United States. This country also has one of the highest growth rates per capita incomes in Latin America, and in 2009, its 64th ranking on the Human Development Index placed it in a category of human development, meaning that, we really looking to move forward. This is 2009. However, the country's progress towards developed nation status is being hindered by its inability to successfully apprehend the destabilizing forces of crime and violence, and that's negative impact on the country's image and development agenda. Trinidad and Tobago's overall crime has escalated significantly within the last decade, And according to the results of successive opinion polls, crime is the single most important issue facing the nation. An excerpt from the introduction, Crime in Trinidad and Tobago, Trends and Implication by Maxine Hunt and Leanne Walter Bonnet, University of the West Indies, Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. And their paper is very, very interesting with lots of statistics that take us through 2009, from 2000 to 2009. And I also posted some statistics from a paper that was profiling, not the profiling paper, Race, Ethnicity, Crime and Criminal Justice in Trinidad and Tobago by Devon Johnson and Tammy Reinhardt Kochel. Kochel is of the Southern Illinois University and Johnson is from the George Mason University. They teamed up for this publication on Trinidad and Tobago crime. So not people inside, no political agenda. This is just people who looking at the crime statistics and laying it out for us. And in their paper, they analyze exactly how predisposed to crime our Afro-Trinidadians, African brothers, black brothers, however you describe it, how predisposed to crime they are, citing them at 78% in 2007, 78% in 2008, and 75% in 2009 as crimes and homicide victims based on ethnicity between 2007 and 2010. Victims of homicide by ethnicity put Africans at 78, and 75% if we go 07, 08, 09, according to this study. It also went on to say offenders and African persons top the list already. So in my analysis of these papers so far, it seems that victims and perpetrators of crime are predominantly African based on these research studies. We are the perpetrators and we are unfortunately the victims as well. So funny enough that you mentioned Paul's post before we went to the break, because this post that says if Black lives really matter, they'd stop shooting each other. 94% of all blacks are shot by other blacks. That post is in fact actually very relevant based on studies. 94% might be a little bit of a push, but at the same time, it is in the, the majority. And it is an issue that we have to address as black people in general, whether in the Caribbean, in the U.S., anywhere in the world, especially in Trinidad and Tobago. For our reality, we have to address the fact that, unfortunately, our race seems predisposed to crime.
That's a lot to take in.
It is.
According to the Guardian article, Bobby Lee Dixon says Griffith's comment on killing of 2-year-old angers activists. They call it scandalous and irresponsible. Scandalous and irresponsible were the descriptions some activists used to label the police commissioner Gary Griffith's Facebook post on Saturday, in which he appeared to reference the non-protest by Black Lives Matter movement in TNT in response to the recent killing of a 2-year-old as selective behavior. The activist criticized Griffith for strategically using the murder of the 2-year-old Anaya McLeod, an African girl, to attack the BLM protesters. McLeod was shot dead by gunmen along with her father, Stefan, in Tunapuna on Friday. In Griffith's statement, he argued there was an unequal outcry over the murder of McLeod by the same organizations and groups who in recent weeks engaged in protesting in support of the Black Lives Movement, raising issues of racism, prejudice, police brutality, and other social injustices imposed locally on the African community. The U.S. killing of unarmed African-American George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota in May sparked global protests. I await the sound of fury by activists, politicians, and newspaper editorials, calling on communities to work with the police to bring these perpetrators to immediate justice, along with the demands of justice, and to call their names, or in an outburst, hurt pain conveniently felt only when the police are involved, Griffith wrote. He added, every life lost is one too many, and is and should be treated as heinous. However, when murderous gangsters intentionally point their illegal weapons at their target and proceeded to pull the trigger regardless of who their target may be, and takes the life of an innocent baby no less, demands equal outcry. If this doesn't move us to work together, I am not certain what can. But Shabaka Kambon, activist, author, and son of the Emancipation Support Committee's chairman, Kafir Kambon, yesterday said citizens of TNT have marched hundreds of times against killings field in Trinidad and Tobago and can express more than passing outrage over kidnapping, rape, murder, torture, and general criminality that features prominently in the country's landscape. It has been 20 years of tears, marches, protests, prayers, letters to the editor, substantive proposals, and pilot projects ignored or rejected, whilst billions are spent on policing and national security with little to no impact or the clear perspective of it. Yes, activists feel outrage over the killing of the child in this country, just as we have thousands of times before, Kafa contended. To Griffith, a selected outcry comment, Kafa said whether the Commissioner of Police supposed attack on the BLM was intentional or not, the record must be set straight that the Black Lives Movement was not in opposition to legitimate police work or police in general, nor was a movement in love with the foreign flavor of a 1 month versus local issues. Rather, he said, it was unprecedented that global movement interrogating white supremacy and the hierarchies of the police and practices it has nurtured everywhere. He said local activists supported all legitimate attempts at curbing crime in Trinidad and Tobago and urged Griffith to stop trying to create artificial wedges between activists, community, and movement to rid TNT of crime. We stand committed to ridding TNT of all these. At the same time, we stand united with our brothers and sisters globally in the battle against white supremacy. In a Facebook video response to Griffith's statement, Mohammed Muwakil said there was something people and Griffith misunderstood. He said the reoccurrences of murder in communities was not as a result of people just wanting to murder people, but rather than years of government neglect and lack of real financial opportunities to become autonomous and to gain economic security had formed these communities. Years and years of drugs and guns being pumped into these communities, having them used as scapegoats for the look we don't even go there, Muwakil wrote. He said politicians have been using the community over and over for years for votes, even labeling them as strongholds. Muwakil said that they know this community is going to vote the way regardless of what happens to them. So when you see young black men and women go out there into the streets and they're killing each other, it's not because they want to. And there the idea is not only the police is the problem, but to fix the problem from the root. He said when the country does not see protesters coming out and protesting every time a murder occurs in these communities, be mindful that they're trying to fix the problem from the root. He said most activists have already been doing the work, speaking in communities and schools and even through their music. But what is needed is amending at the political and systematic levels. He invited the Commissioner of Police to sit down with activists and begin discussions on fixing problems from the systematic level and cease from going to window dressing. I'll leave it there. Some people are of the opinion that Gary Griffith is going too far in his Facebook post and his attempt to cover, not my words, his inability to address the runaway crime situation in this country. Not my words, but the words of some who pay attention to Gary Griffith's posts, especially when there are a lot of public outcry as to murders. You know, they'll see one or two posts from him with sarcastic meaning as to remove and deflect from what is actually the situation. You know, whether we want to talk about one killing or talk about 100, the reality of the situation is crime has run away.
And for a long time too. And for a long, long, long time too. I can agree with Muwakil when he said there needs to be some systematic changes. However, I have a real strong reservation that our susceptibility to crime has a lot to do with a particular type of culture that we've allowed to develop in our country. And I'm talking about a culture that accepts a particular lifestyle as normal, you know. And there are so many little factors in that. He talking about, you know, guns and drugs reaching into the community, but it's like you said yesterday.
We volunteering.
Exactly. And unfortunately, people, let's be real about the progress that we are not taking advantage of. But I don't know, boy. Is there a lack of opportunities in these communities? Is that what he's saying? That there's a lack of opportunities in these communities for people to do something a little bit better?
I live in these communities. I represent these communities. I'm on the ground in these communities, and I don't think it's a lack of opportunity. I think it's a lack of will. It's a lack of responsibility. It's a lack of wanting to take responsibility. It's a lack of poor parental guidance. It's a lack of, you know, financial illiteracy. It's a lack of illiteracy on a whole. It's a lot combined that has a part to play in the direction that some of these young people have taken. I understand the poor infrastructure and the roads and the fact that you're living and you're working in a community that, you know, it's neglected. I understand feeling that way. I've felt that way for years. But I also understand the individual responsibility to want better for yourself.
Yeah.
And by any means necessary to do better for yourself. You know, so I understand it from both points of view, you know, and again, I'm thinking politics have a part to play, yes. Our representatives probably need to do more, but the community also have a part to play to accept responsibility for what's happening among us and come together as a unit and say we're not going to take it anymore. Because
in my mind too, how does crime actually look this attractive to persons? How does living in a life...
Do you want me to remind you how?
No. I'm saying I just had to make sure. Well, maybe you should, because some of us, like, they want to turn a blind eye to that. Some of the comments I see on the poll.
Should I guide you to a post dated 2015 when the same police commissioner that we're talking about now addressed the media, the Guardian to be precise, and he spoke about community leaders, quote unquote, persons of interest, quote unquote, gangsters receiving state contracts via the regional corporations, and how many millions of dollars in contracts that was? Or did you pull up that article as well?
No, that is in one of these studies.
Oh, and I didn't read the study. But off my common sense, I read news, I do current affairs, and I'm on radio for, 12 years?
That is one of the studies,
So I understand what's out there.
And that is the reality, though. So I agree with you that some systematic change, especially in political policy, needs to change in these communities.
Correct.
You can't just give people a little end that doesn't offer them any development for themselves. And like one neighbor tell me, so what you go do? He'll go and clean, drain, and paint 2 stone. He'll get a little dollar in his pocket, but what I going to do for him? What's that going to do for the psyche? For his development? Does it take you further? Do you get and say, right, well, see Pep in the morning, and from midday, you go to this class to help you to move to where you want to go. Or you go to this particular construction job to learn a little OJT, something with them.
Have you really drive through the communities and see how some of these guys live? See the type of houses that they build in these communities, the type of pools and jacuzzis and cars that they drive.
I see a man have a dance hall in the house.
Go to where? To learn what?
Yeah, because I could get it.
And when the politicians come into the community, you have a company, they take your company name and you are automatically getting contracts because your name who is who, from where, and what. Think about it.
Nothing doing.
Come on. We have to think about it.
But I think, too, I really want to say a real strong message to our quote-unquote community leaders and people that have these contracts. While in reality it may give you a particular amount of labor for a particular point in time, I want all to start to think a little bit more futuristic like some other people do. Think about the legacy that you're allowing to leave when you have a continuous flow of people that are not being genuinely developed. They're not going anywhere. They're not growing. They're not going to learn nothing. Study what your grandchildren have to face when they come into the world, knowing that you've left behind and you're creating now.
I think you don't understand the mindset of some of these guys.
I
you
understand it. That's why I'm saying it.
You went to college?
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying it.
You didn't understand the mindset.
I understand the mindset. I'm saying that you don't have to have that mindset.
I'm saying to you, the mindset for them is get rich quick and die young.
Listen.
They have made their mind. You talking about grandchildren? They ain't seen far down. They ain't seen that far down the road.
That's why I'm saying it, because it don't come in your mind at all.
They don't
no?
see that far
they
down
don't care about it at all.
When they're not here, it doesn't affect them. You ain't here. They make up their mind that they're not going to be here for that generation, so it's not an issue at that time.
So they live fast,
however,
die
how
young.
they live now is what counts.
Live fast, die young, make a pretty corpse is still a relevant thing,
Have you
really.
paid attention to their funerals?
Yes.
And the style of funerals that they have now grown accustomed to? I don't think you just... Is that making any sense to you at all? Maybe not, or you're not trying to understand
I understand,
that mindset?
I see it. I'm saying... Can we grow past? So you're saying that's fixed. They can't change that?
I'm not saying they can't change. I'm saying they can. However, I'm saying the approach needs to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And the approach just cannot be the strong arm of the police alone. The approach has to also be the community that they live and dwell in to help them to understand that we need different. We want better.
We have to want
demand
better as a community. Okay.
It can also come from the political arm of it coming into the communities and say, you know what, I hear you, Mr. Big, but there is 2 small contractors further down the road that have applied and we want to give them the opportunity too. Well, that might cause more killing. But
I'm not going to tell it that hard.
Nevertheless, we have to find a way to address it from community level if we want to fix this thing. Else we spinning top in mud. We could buy 1 million drone, 1 million helicopter, 10,000 police officers, put more guns in the hands of the police. We're still going to end up with a problem like this that we cannot fix.
From Daniel K. Francois of the University of Liverpool, profiling murder cases in Trinidad and Tobago using victimology to explain the murder in Trinidad, right? The abstract from that says it all in the first couple sentences.
Let me hear it.
The existing research on crime and murder in Trinidad and Tobago all indicate the same contributory factors: low detection rate, proliferation of illegal firearms, gang activity in Laventille, specifically identified by this Liverpool reporter, and environs, and the government funding of gangs through social programs for the unemployed. Despite the dismally low detection rate of less than 10%, little research has been conducted on the murders and murder victims that could provide intelligence to direct police investigations and so on. Empirical evidence shows that the crime scene information as well is lacking. Because I saw somebody ask what the police commissioner should do. The commissioner has to improve that. Detection can't be at 10%. Right? Some reporters is getting information on murders before the police. Detection have to go up. However, we go down a little bit further. Burgess and Roberts of 2010 had said that to date, however, the police service does not consistently seek and record the information in any structured way. So there are no analysis, no statistics to go on, to follow on, to see who family, to see who leading to who and who connected to who. That information apparently doesn't exist. And this study is between 2008 and 2011. And of course, people, that particular statement there at the top is what I want you to listen to. The gang activity in Laventille and environs and the government funding of gangs through social programs for the unemployed, contributing to death and murder of our people. Good afternoon.
Interesting indeed. Caller, you live?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I wanted to call back quickly.
Yes, I'm glad you called.
Mr. X,
yes, sir.
You had a statistics that says 93% of black kills black, right?
Yeah, the post on Facebook says that. I don't agree that it's 90-something percent. Based on the research I saw, it's between 70 and 75%.
No. Get them 93% because Dr. Claude Anderson have really tell us what our people are. Mr. X, do you know what the white and white crime is in the United States of America?
No, I don't know.
Take a guess. Take a guess.
60%?
Just guess.
50%?
How much?
58%?
Higher, much higher.
80%.
A little higher, Aisha.
90%.
84%
Okay.
is white on white crime in the United States of America. 84%. Do you all ever hear anybody talking about white on white crime in the United States of America? That is 84%. You guys ever hear to talk about that?
No, I've never heard it.
But we black people always quick to jump up and say, oh God, black on black crime is high. If I live in Chumacac, Laventille, and there's 1,000 black people living in Laventille, and we have crime in Laventille, who the crime will be committed against?
So do you propose that we ignore it?
No, Aisha, I'm not saying that we ignore it, Aisha, but what happened, Aisha, is that we are falling for the okie doke. They put this out there telling us that, oh, you have to look at black and black crime. Let me quickly give you guys a little quick statistics. There was no discussion on race when 20 white children and 6 adults were murdered in Newtown, Connecticut by a white person. Neither race was mentioned in the case, where a majority of 13 people murdered and 72 people shot in Aurora, Colorado, where white and the shooter was white. In 1995, Timothy McVeigh, who is white, committed a terrorist act by bombing a federal building in Oklahoma City, killing 168 people and injuring 680. No one criticized his race, and that crime was despicable. So we are falling for the narrative that every time we are doing something, oh, you have to look at black and black crime. Oh, you have to look at black and black crime. It is all over the world. White people kill white people too. Black people kill white people. Why we have to allow them, right? Allow them to have us use their narrative.
All right, but let me engage you a little bit. Let's talk that statistic in terms of Trinidad and Tobago data, in terms of what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct. Okay.
And I mean, and we could. Well, I don't have whites in the statistics. All the statistics have is African, East Indian, mixed, other, and unknown. And well, the others is down in the 5% and 3% range across the time period you're talking about is 08 to 09. And the East Indian percentages are a little bit higher because if the Africans is at 70, in the homicide victims, the East Indians is 16, 14, and 16% respectively over the 3-year 07 to 09 period. So, and it does show though, these statistics do show that we do have a problem in the community, and it needs to be addressed. And I feel like you, being who you are, could give us a little solution basis on these things that actually do happen based on what we have discussed. What do you think could be a good solution, or what's a good way forward for us to stop it?
Mr. X, very, very fantabulous question. Here's one of the quick things can help in these communities. You see, sports does make a significant impact on youth in a community. A significant impact. You must implement sport programs. I'm telling you this. In every community here in the United States of America, they have baseball, they have football, they have lacrosse, they have basketball. All these come through what's called a recreation department. Recreation department involved every single season. Summer season, they have football, they have lacrosse. Winter season, they have basketball, they have track. All through the year. So the kids are always involved in something. And from these somethings, right, they can obey to get scholarships.
We have a minute before the break, Wall Street.
All right. So, no, that's it. I will run it. But Mr. X, I will pick you up on that point. That's a great point.
Yeah, that's where I think we need to start to have the movement. Thank you.
Correct. I agree with you full 100%. And there's a quote that says hard work beats talent. Talent does not work hard.
That's
Thank
right.
you guys very
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's a big one.
Yeah, so we're going to go for a break, Trinidad and Tobago. So much we can go. So many different ways we can deal with this issue. But we want to hear from you when we return. Get ready to call us on 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391, or 718-874-3860. So we're going to go for that break now, and we will be right back.
Right back.
On the streets.
The official station that defends the nation.
With changes in operations due to COVID-19, over 10,000 TNTech customers have signed up to pay their bill online and receive bills by email. Commercial and residential customers, do business with TNTech online today. Sign up at www.ttec.co.tt/CWA.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday right here on the street, 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Join Wayne Delamore on Wednesdays from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. right here on the street, 919 FM.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Time. It waits for no one. Now is the time to transform our economy. Now is the time to get our nation back to work and create 50,000 sustainable jobs. This Thursday night, our economy is on the ballot live.
Live.
The United National Congress virtual campaign
Live.
This Thursday night, log on, tune in to the political leaders' plan to jumpstart the economy. This Thursday night, on the ballot live on this station,
live,
7:30 p.m. Now is the time to create 50,000 sustainable jobs. Visit uncplan2020.com. Now is the time.
Join us as we prepare to get TNT working again.
This Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. The United National Congress virtual campaign
live.
Now is the time.
Wondering what's for lunch or dinner? Jenny's on the Boulevard has lots of specials for you from May 11th to May 23rd. Enjoy 10% discount for groups of 5 orders or more and pickup orders of $500 or more. 10% off with valid ID, police, army and other emergency services. 20% off all government ministry orders. 30% off desserts. Grab and go mini assorted desserts, $60. 30% off beers and fruit drinks. Free delivery on orders over $300. 10% discount for orders over $500. Free delivery plus 10% discount for orders over $1,000. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Takeout, curbside pickup, or delivery available. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at O'Neill Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
This is Reverend Dr. Glenroy Frank inviting you to tune in every Monday evening at 6:15 for the Light and Life Outreach Program. This program is sponsored by the People's Pentecostal Church, so come join us live and hear this word of God that is able to build and to strengthen your life. The Light and Life Outreach Program every Monday, 6:15. God bless you.
When your little one has his first friend, they share hugs, games, and germs as well. He needs to be strong. Protect them with Nestle Clem 1 Plus. Clem 1 Plus contains prebiotics, vitamins, and minerals that contribute to maintain a healthy digestive and immune system, helping them to achieve 100% protection plus nutrition. Nestle Clem 1 Plus, your love, their future. Clem 1 Plus is not a breast milk substitute from 1 year onward.
Come talk with us.
Realest News, Hard Talk.
Real Talk on the Street, 919 FM.
All right, goodly people, we are back. We're inside the last half hour, Mr. X.
Yes. Only 30 minutes remain. And I wanted to say quickly, people don't misunderstand my bringing that research to the fore. It's not to say, look is all you and is you. It's to say, these are the areas we need to focus on to make things happen, to change.
Well said. All right, we're going to go back to the phone lines. I see some of you on the lines. Let me read the comments before we do so. It's time the commissioner get real and get honest, man, up to the responsibility of resign if he's a failure with only old talk over and over. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon to you again, Aisha.
Hi, how are you? Good afternoon.
I don't intend to waste no time, so I'm going to get straight to the point, the reason why I call this afternoon. Okay, now I want to say to all of the so-called bright people in this country, stop blaming other ethnicity for the downfall of the black man. I'm going to repeat that. I say stop blaming other ethnicity group for the downfall of the black man, and all they don't know that the black man is the downfall of their own self. Now, I heard Mr. X talk about what is the solution to fix this problem, in relation to the violent crime with the black people and all them different things. I want to give a suggestion this afternoon. Should I say,
Yeah, listen to you. Go ahead.
Okay, to the black mothers, the black grandmothers and all them different people, all you know all the children is criminals. All you know all the children is shooters and all them different things, all they benefiting from the crime that they do. Listen to me, always the same people who lining up these young people and them for the politicians to put on work for them to kill people like me who taking a morality stand on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago. All the parents and grandparents know that, and all they're doing that. Here why telling you, these child mothers, the neighbor next door who is the gunman friend and all these different people, if all they want to put the crime situation on that country and want to save the black people here, we're gonna stop making excuse for the black man when he's doing the wrong thing. Tell the black man he wrong when they're doing the wrong thing. Listen to me, these people and them who come in and talking nice and in defense of the black man and all these different people, these are the people who is supporting the people to do the things that they do. And when somebody of a different ethnic group come and try to get them advice to safeguard them from their own self, you ain't good enough to advise them. If your own ain't telling you that, and other people who care about you trying to safeguard you from your own self, them ain't good enough, well then how you gonna last? That's why they don't laugh. Understand what I'm saying to myself? many of these elderly people and them are members of the religious, so-called religious organization. And let me name them. Who is Pentecostal, who is so-called spiritual Baptist, Seventh-day Adventist, all them different people, all of them. And it's them children is the one who have children in the condition that it's in right now. You know, I said, you know, I'm not covered, I see the government. If all they want to fix this situation, let the black man confront the black man and tell them they're wrong when they're doing wrong. Stop blaming other ethnicity for the downfall of the black man. I'm going to leave it this afternoon. Thank you very much. Let them call and criticize me. You know, I don't care.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, crime fighter. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon.
Hi, how are you again, Tabakit?
Right, I have to call.
Right.
Now, let's say approximately for the last 15 years, the Emancipation Support Committee received from successive governments approximately $50 million. Okay? Now, I want Shabaka Kambon to tell me this evening, as an African brother who would have contributed in many ways in the village. I want Shabaka to tell me, for the last 15 years, approximately 50 million, what they did in Laventille and in these African communities.
Oh God, Tabakit, you come out looking
no,
for...
No.
You come out today for the Bacchanal, Tabakit.
No, you see, Sis Aisha, if we're talking African lives matter, and if you want to represent African people, and let me say this, mind you, this is not an attack on the brother, but there is no African leader in Trinidad. Let me go further and push the envelope. It is not alleged. Approximately 3 years ago, the Panama report, you know, every other 5 years, they will tell you who have slashed funds in the Panama account. Well, a particular, and I will say it this way not to get your radio station in trouble, and I want to be mindful because I love Brother Iwo. A particular black leader from a group in Trinidad, his name was mentioned there in that report for money which it made BBC. Yes, it made BBC for funds hiding in Panama. Let me come back. So the question I asked Shabaka Kambon, since you want to be a spokesman for the African community, you tell me, give me 1 minute, love, I thank you.
All right.
For the past 15 years, successive government, they give you over 50 million, but I leave it there. You tell me the only person who take his own money and build an institution is David Mohammed. David Mohammed, without any money. But the Emancipation Support Committee, and I am calling on the government this year, do not give them all the money. Share the money throughout Trinidad and Tobago to all African groups. You know why?
Tabakit, you come back with a sting. You come back with a sting. You come back with a sting.
And Tobago, Tabakit out and out.
Tabakit come back with some venom, boy. He come back with some venom in him. I mean, we didn't hear him for months, and now he's back on the scene. Tabakit, I don't know what to say. Caller, you live?
6 runs.
Yeah, good afternoon again. Isabel and Mr. X.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, based on the empirical data about the detection of crime in our country that you are read out, I get the feeling, a scary feeling as though we don't have a police service. And to add to that, I want to remind Isabel when she made that bold effort to revive Akin Simbal and try to bring closer to it. I know she wasn't quite successful in that part. But I hear somebody talking about reviving crime that took place years ago, and they have some kind of things in place to go after the criminals. Are we going to see what might come out of that?
Well, don't hold your breath, I'm just saying.
I know.
Thank you, caller. All the best. All right, so a texter said, so true. My son moved to Florida at age 6. He played t-ball, basketball, football, and he got a basketball scholarship to the D2 college. They need to keep busy. That's from Florida. So Wall Street, Florida is agreeing with you. Caller, you live.
Yes, good evening, Miss Aisha Wells.
Hi.
Yes.
Actually, I have to say something about this. You see, according to crime fighter, mothers, grandmothers, friends, neighbors, let me make sure that those who want to go on the wrong path, we try our best and put them on the right path. Because Aisha, well, it is heartbreaking to know every day is a black one going down all the time. It's only black against black. And here it goes. The Venezuelan guns, drugs, and cocaine coming from Venezuela. We bought it, we have it in our communities, and now it is destroying us, especially the guns. Instruction before destruction, please. Only leave the guns alone. It's only we alone dying out. All them other people living out their life, you know. All of them living out their life. The Indian, the Chinese, the Syrians. Well, don't yourselves talk about the 1%. They're living out their life and watching we destroy ours. Thank you very much, Aisha.
All the best. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah. I want to know which black man bring gun in this country too. Which black man always set up money to bring gun. What happened to these guns? They shut and then bring all them guns in the country, right? And black man so foolish, like they show the guns. And these big people white and think them know what's going on. All of them who have money, they know. Then when they're going to report their husband in the police, because all of them have money. And what happen, all of them because your wife who know their husband doing wrong thing in this country is split hell wide open when they're dead. Thank you.
All right, all the best. I'll just take another one. Caller, you live.
Yes, Aisha. Good
Yes,
afternoon
Brooklyn.
again. Aisha, yes, according to my partner, my neighbor should say, Mr. Wall Street, we need sports in communities, right?
Right.
But Aisha, we see where Arnold Roberts came and tried to use sports, which she was doing a very good job with sports in the poor communities. Right? They build stadiums and they build all kind of things. They put lights in parks so for children to have a place to go to be active. And yet still, they didn't want that. They say the thief until he come out in case he went the case scot-free. Where he thief, but he was trying to help the youths and the young black people in the poor communities. Right? Mr. Wall Street, what will your Prime Minister do for these same communities in 5 years? Right? But you support that. We want to know why the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago is so bad. It's because there is nothing for the young children, for the young people, right? And yet still, if you try to discipline your children, Trinidad and Tobago want to come so like America, they have child protection and they want to come and lock you up. Because now, it's abuse, right? So you can't even discipline your children the way we grandparents used to discipline we, so that we can understand what is right from wrong. You today can't do that because you could get arrested for disciplining your children. So, Mr. Wall Street, today is a different from back then, and this Prime Minister right now have a lot to play. And you have to say, thank God for Corona, where the place was locked down and the crime situation went right down. So you could use that as a solution. That's my contribution. Thank you.
All right, Brooklyn. Brooklyn does always bring the politics in it, eh? You don't miss. Caller, you live.
I just want to...
Not there. Caller, you live.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, I say, well, my number like you're blocking. You don't want to see me this
No,
afternoon.
you're mad.
Not here, not this time of the day.
You're mad. I always love to hear from you.
Time. I called since with all the first thing I had.
Really? When we was talking about the white God and Jesus and thing?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't know.
I wanted to have a conversation. Mr. X,
Yes, brother.
I want to believe in Russia. If you look it up, you'll see there's a religion in Russia. White people, in their church, there's a black God, black Black Jesus. Well, I mean Black Jesus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Baby Jesus.
The Madonna
is black, and there's also a black Madonna. So if you go, and there are white people, and let me point something to you.
We're
Today,
searching it right now.
RTTV sent me a post today where the Titanic plate under the earth has now surfaced a new island off India and Africa. And you know what they're telling us? The entire world was joined together, broke away from Africa. And if I look at what is going on, and a group of people trying to tell me that all lives matter, but I am the one that was brought from Africa to India. And let me tell you something. Why would you try to make one particular race, the same people who went and they say captured me in Africa and bring me here, how much wars they had among themselves before they came and have a king or a queen? They fought several wars among themselves till when they decided Europe take one part of the world, England take one part of the world, France take one part of the world, and Russia take one part of the world, and they divided up the world into different continents. Not so? And and if you notice, we have one South African speak French, we have one speak English, and so therefore the religion was spread throughout the world. And that is how we ended up believing that there is a white Jesus. Not so? So we have to understand, and you're Tabakit and you're saying, no. What the question is, here what we're asking now. Take down Christopher Columbus statue, change all the names, since we know who we are. And I have a problem with what the statement Gary Griffith made. Since we now know who we are, because what we were taught wasn't actually factual. Not so? They didn't discover, they didn't discover Trinidad, or they found a new world, or what considered a new land. If you find the cure for COVID, then you discover something. If it was already there, then you only enhance it.
Yeah.
So think about a tribe. I came from kings and queens. Why would one tribe? And if that is the case, and here we're going on, I look at TV6 run a piece, one night it was. And here what I tell you, before there was genealogy, 100 years ago, a doctor realized that here we're going on. If you're interrace, there's a thing called, what island it is? Shark Island off Africa. They interrace with these people, and they've created what we will call mulatto. But don't care what they do, how they interrace with them. At the end of the day, one gene always come out showing in that individual. You know what that gene is?
Tell us.
The black gene. So that means my race is more superior than yours. Because I could make any kind of children, a Chinese, a white, a Portuguese, I could make any kind of children. A white man can't make a black. Not so? So for years, these people trying to tell me I am less than who I am. But if they have the lower race, if you want to put it in a caste system, and you look at it from genealogy, if I am the higher race, and they can't make me, and I can make them, they are not lower than me. But we keep putting ourselves down. And black on black. They keep telling me in Laventille, and Mr. X in Laventille, let me explain you something. In Laventille, you know what escalated the crime in Laventille? After the drug dealer in El Chico died, what was his name? Teddy Mice, and we had Naim Naya. It went to Laventille. John Towers painted over Aisha. Remember that? The Muslims and Rasta City. They killed Tooks and Bulls. Was related to the biggest cocaine man that they execute under the UNC. So understand this cycle, you know. Drugs didn't come into my community. I didn't bring it into my community. So the war, when they tell me they be killing out each other, but where we just get the gun from? Is only now some of we get big and buy a big car and drive around and have our own boat. Because we now realize the economic side.
I'm going to allow you to take us home as we get ready to close off today's show. Go ahead.
So what I would like to say is Black lives do matter. Black people have to look out for black people. Just like imagine that a young lady going in a house and spinning a gun and dead. Who are you going to blame for that? The pride. And don't tell me I have no black leader. I have a black prime minister. Enjoy your evening, Miss Welch.
Thank you so much. He closed off pretty early. I have about a minute or so. I'm going to allow this call to come in. Caller, you're live.
Aisha Wells.
Yes.
Crime and criminality start in Trinidad and Tobago under Dr. Eric Williams. Drugs and guns and all these different things was introduced under the PNM.
What?
The UNC come and meet that. Our battle together see here. Because he said everything going on, he wants to blame the UNC for everything. Well, I want to tell him this afternoon, drugs and guns, murders and all these different things start under Dr. Eric Williams. UNC under Pandit and Kamala come and meet that, and under the pandemic escalating more, because that is where it starts. So it can't done this. Just get out your head. Thank you. And have a good evening.
Oh boy.
That's one of them that I need to debunk.
Yeah, we need to do that tomorrow. Yeah. Caller, quickly, you just have a few seconds, literally.
When you're going to tell us how you got into Trinidad?
Hello? Hello? That's the same person who always on the chat.
Oh.
So he's calling the international line out to ask me how I get into Trinidad. It's none of your business, caller. How about that? How about I saying it very slow? How I got into Trinidad is none of your business. Stop making it your business now. Yeah? Try that. Mr. X, closing comments.
We need to keep talking this crime conversation, people, and we need to be realistic about it. If our black brothers and sisters are falling victims and our children are falling victims to crime unnecessarily and innocently, yeah, we need to make sure and do some things. Just take some action, you know what I mean? Take some time to be disciplined, productive, and tolerant. Put it in your mind, put it on your lips, put it into practice.
Excellent. And as I usually say, TNT, do a good deed today. Until tomorrow when we...
They talk.
You talk.
Come talk with us.
On the street.
919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street. 919 FM.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a